Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something. Before your feet hit the floor, before you scroll through your phone, before you even think about that job you don't like or that situation you're in, you gotta get your mind right. Every morning before you step out of bed, before the world gets its hands on you, you have the power to shape your entire day. And it starts with one simple thing, speaking life over yourself. That's right, you've got to talk to yourself. Sounds strange, maybe. But let me tell you, the way you speak to yourself, the things you say to yourself, can either set you up for success or pull you into a pit of negativity. We live in a world that bombards us with messages. From the moment we wake up, we're hit with the news, social media expectations, and demands. All of that outside noise can affect how we feel about ourselves, how we show up for the day. But if you start your morning with the right words, if you remind yourself of who you really are, you can block out all the chaos that's coming your way. You have to set your mind before anything else does. That's the power of self-talk. Now, I'm not talking about mindlessly repeating affirmations like a robot. I'm talking about truly understanding and believing the words you're saying to yourself. You've got to speak life into your spirit. That means telling yourself things like, I'm capable, I'm worthy, I've got everything I need to make today a good day. Because if you don't speak life to yourself, who will? If you wait around for someone else to give you permission to feel good about yourself or to believe in your potential, you might be waiting a long time. But when you speak to yourself with intention, when you take control of your thoughts and words, you start to believe in the power you have to change your circumstances. Now, let me be clear. This isn't some magical thinking where you just speak positive words and everything falls into place. No, life doesn't work that way. But your mindset is everything. The way you talk to yourself will either help you push through the challenges or make those challenges feel like mountains too big to climb. If you start the day thinking, I'm not good enough, I can't do this, or this is going to be a horrible day, guess what? That's exactly how the day will play out. You'll be defeated before you even begin. On the other hand, when you wake up and tell yourself, I'm ready for what today brings, I can handle whatever comes my way, you set yourself up to face challenges with confidence instead of fear. It's like putting on armor before you go to battle. Those words, that mental preparation, fortify you for whatever comes your way. And it doesn't stop with the simple act of speaking. You've got to believe it too. If you say, I'm successful, but then you don't believe it, your mind is going to reject it. It's about building a bridge between the words you speak and the actions you take. If you're constantly speaking negativity into your life, your actions will reflect that. But if you speak life, if you speak positivity, your actions begin to align with that mindset. And you start making decisions from a place of power instead of doubt. Speaking life into yourself also means acknowledging your worth. The world will try to tell you who you are, what you're worth, and what you can or can't do, but you've got to reject those labels. They don't get to define you. Your voice is the only one that truly matters when it comes to defining your identity. Don't let anyone or anything steal that from you. When you speak life into yourself, you remind yourself that you are more than your past mistakes, more than your failures, and more than the opinions others have of you. You are who you choose to be. So, every morning, as soon as you open your eyes, take a moment to speak life over yourself. Tell yourself that you are strong, that you are capable, that you are worthy of success, love, and happiness. It doesn't matter what the world says. It doesn't matter what happened yesterday. What matters is what you say today, because your words set the course for everything that comes next. You have the power to change your life, but it all starts with speaking life over yourself. That's the first step in creating a life that reflects your true potential. The power to shape your day doesn't lie in the circumstances around you. It lies in your mindset. Your mindset is a filter through which you experience the world, and it has a direct impact on how you perceive and respond to everything that comes your way. The moment you wake up, your mind is open to influence, and the very first thing you think about or say to yourself can set the tone for your entire day. That's why your mindset is so critical. If you wake up and immediately start thinking about all the problems you have, all the things you didn't get done, or all the reasons why today might be difficult, then you've already lost the battle before it's even begun. But if you choose to set your mind in the right direction, if you choose to see the opportunities in every challenge, the possibilities in every setback, then you've given yourself the best shot at having a great day. Your mindset is like the lens through which you see the world. If your lens is cracked or cloudy, everything you see is distorted. If you wake up with a negative mindset, everything that happens throughout the day will seem like an obstacle, a reason to complain, or something that's working against you. But if your mindset is positive and focused, you'll start to see things differently. Challenges become lessons, setbacks become opportunities, and problems become puzzles waiting to be solved. The truth is, life is always going to have its ups and downs. No one is exempt from that. But how you respond to those ups and downs depends entirely on the mindset you choose to carry. The world is full of distractions, negativity, and things that are beyond your control. What happens around you, but you can control how you respond to it. That's the power of mindset. That's the power of mindset. You may not be able to control traffic, a tough conversation at work, or unexpected challenges, but you can control your reaction to those things. If you approach every situation with the mindset that you can handle whatever comes your way, you'll find a way to navigate through it with confidence. But if your mindset is one of defeat, if you feel like you're always in survival mode, you'll miss the opportunities for growth and learning that are hiding in plain sight. A positive mindset doesn't mean ignoring reality or pretending everything is perfect. It's about choosing to focus on what you can control, choosing to see the good, and choosing to believe that things can get better. It's about shifting your focus from the things that drain your energy to the things that empower you. It's about being intentional with how you think and what you choose to believe about yourself and the world. When you train your mind to look for solutions rather than problems, when you approach each day with the belief that you have what it takes to succeed, you start to create a mindset that propels you forward, not one that holds you back. What's incredible about mindset is that it's something you can work on and improve every day. You don't have to wait for a perfect day or for everything to fall into place. You can choose to set your mind right from the moment you open your eyes. And once you do that, you'll be amazed at how your perspective starts to shift. A mindset of positivity, confidence, and focus will carry you through challenges, help you stay motivated when things get tough, and allow you to see your potential even when others doubt you. Your mindset is a powerful tool, and when you use it right, there's nothing that can stop you from making today a great day. You are enough right now as you are. It's easy to fall into the trap of thinking that you need to be something more, that you have to change something about yourself before you're worthy of success, happiness, or love. But let me tell you something important. You don't need to wait for a moment when everything is perfect. You don't need to change who you are to prove your worth. The truth is you are enough right where you stand today. Too often we let the pressure of the world tell us we're not good enough until we meet some arbitrary standard. Society pushes us to be thinner, smarter, richer, more successful, more perfect. But that's a lie. The value of who you are doesn't come from meeting some external expectation. Your worth is intrinsic. It's in your heart, your soul, your unique qualities. You were created with purpose, and no amount of comparison or external judgment can take that away from you. When you constantly feel like you're not enough, you're feeding yourself negativity, and that negativity becomes the lens through which you see the world. It starts to affect how you make decisions, how you interact with others, and even how you view your own potential. You begin to believe that you don't deserve good things, that you don't deserve happiness, that you have to work harder than anyone else just to prove you belong. But the reality is you don't have to earn your worth. It's already yours. You've always been enough. Start accepting yourself as you are. Understand that your value is not determined by your achievements or by how others perceive you. It's rooted in the fact that you are human with all your strengths, flaws, and everything in between. Embrace who you are, not the version of you that you think you need to become. Don't let perfectionism dictate your happiness. Perfection is an illusion. The true beauty of life lies in your authenticity and being unapologetically you. When you believe you are enough, you begin to show up differently. You don't shrink in the face of challenges or let fear hold you back from opportunities. Instead, you approach life with confidence, knowing that you already have what it takes to succeed. Your worth doesn't depend on the outcome. It depends on the fact that you are already worthy of every good thing life has to offer. Too often, we carry the weight of our past mistakes into our present. We let those past failures define who we are today, allowing them to shape our self-worth and even our future decisions. But the truth is, your past doesn't have to be your identity. It doesn't have to control you or limit your potential. You are not the mistakes you've made, and you are not the failures you've experienced. Those things were simply moments in time, not the sum of who you are. You need to forgive yourself. Not just for the mistakes that were made, but for the guilt, the shame, and the regret you've held on to for far too long. It's exhausting to carry around the baggage of past actions, regrets, and missed opportunities. But when you forgive yourself, you set yourself free. Forgiveness doesn't mean you erase what happened or ignore the lessons you've learned from those experiences. It means accepting that you did the best you could with the knowledge you had at the time. It means letting go of the self-blame and the burden that has been weighing you down. We all mess up. We all have moments where we wish we could turn back time and make different choices. But dwelling on those moments only keeps you stuck. It doesn't change anything, and it doesn't allow you to move forward. The only way to truly grow and heal is to forgive yourself, to release yourself from the past, and to give yourself permission to move on. When you forgive yourself, you allow space for growth. You allow room for self-compassion and understanding. You stop being your own worst critic and start being your own biggest supporter. You become free to pursue your goals, take risks, and believe in your ability to succeed without being held back by old wounds. Forgiveness isn't a sign of weakness. It's a sign of strength. It's a decision to move forward, to build a better future, and to show up as the person you were always meant to be. There's a dangerous habit we all have, and it's called comparison. We live in a world that constantly tells us we should be more like someone else, whether it's how we look, what we do, how much we make, or where we are in life. Social media fuels this even more, showing us curated highlights of everyone else's perfect life while we're left comparing our behind the scenes to someone else's highlights. But let me tell you something. Comparison is a thief of joy, and it's a trap we fall into all too easily. The problem with comparison is that it always leaves you feeling inadequate. You start looking at someone else's success, someone else's achievements, and instead of feeling inspired, you feel less than. But the truth is, you're on your own path. Your journey is unique, and comparing your progress to someone else's only distorts your view of where you are and where you're headed. Everyone's story is different. People have different circumstances, different opportunities, and different timelines. What might look like an overnight success to you took years of hard work, sacrifice, and lessons they don't often show. When you constantly compare yourself to others, you lose sight of your own strengths. You stop seeing what makes you unique and valuable, and you start measuring your worth against someone else's story. But no one else can offer what you have to give. So you have your own set of skills, talents, and perspectives that no one else can replicate. You are equipped with everything you need to be successful in your own right. Instead of comparing, start celebrating your own progress. Look at how far you've come, not how far you have to go. Recognize the milestones you've achieved, the lessons you've learned, and the strength you've developed along the way. It's easy to focus on what you don't have or where you haven't reached yet, but that mindset will only keep you stuck. Start shifting your perspective. Instead of comparing, start appreciating. Appreciate where you are right now with all your imperfections and all the growth still to come. You don't need to be someone else. You just need to be the best version of yourself. The only person you should ever compare yourself to is the person you were yesterday. And if today you're a little better, a little wiser, a little stronger than you were yesterday, then you're moving in the right direction. Your journey is yours to own, and that's something worth celebrating. Every day we face challenges, obstacles, and distractions that try to pull us off course. Life isn't always easy, and it often feels like the world is throwing everything it can at us. But here's the thing. No matter how tough the day gets, you always have a choice. You can choose peace. It's a decision you get to make, regardless of what's happening around you. Choosing peace doesn't mean ignoring the chaos or pretending everything is okay. It means deciding that no matter what's going on, you will remain centered. You will not let the circumstance control your emotions or steal your joy. When life feels overwhelming, the first step is to take a deep breath and pause. We often get caught up in the rush, the demands, the pressure to do more, be more, achieve more. Peace comes when you slow down long enough to realize that you don't have to react to everything. Not everything requires your immediate attention, and not every issue needs to be solved in the heat of the moment. Sometimes peace is as simple as stepping back, taking a breath, and recognizing that you don't have to engage in every battle that comes your way. It's easy to let stress and anxiety take over, especially when things aren't going according to plan. When you choose peace, you're choosing to not let those external factors dictate your internal world. You can't control the traffic, the mistakes, or the people who might try to throw you off track, but you can control how you respond to them. Peace is about taking control of your own emotional state, even when the world around you feels chaotic. It's about holding on to your calm when everything else seems out of control. Choosing peace also means setting boundaries. Not everything and everyone gets to have access to your peace of mind. There are times when you have to protect your energy, refuse to engage with negativity, and step away from situations that drain you. You're allowed to walk away from people or situations that disrupt your peace, whether that's at work, in relationships, or in your own mind. Peace isn't just about external calm. It's about guarding your inner space, knowing what keeps you centered, and making sure you don't allow unnecessary stress or anxiety to take up residence in your life. In choosing peace, you also create space for clarity. When your mind is calm, you can think more clearly, make better decisions, and respond to life's challenges with a level head. It's about understanding that peace is not a luxury, but a necessity for your well-being. Without it, you risk living a life that's constantly on edge, reacting to everything instead of moving forward with intention. When you choose peace, you make space for growth, healing, and progress. It's a daily practice, a decision you make every morning, and it's something that can carry you through whatever life throws your way.